Greetings, my name is Ellery Mullen and I teach sign language here at Central Valley High School, if you didn't know that already. And I have the incredible privilege to honor a little bit of information about Addison Baroni. Thank you for picking me to talk about you. I had Addison in my class starting in 2018. She is the example of a true exemplary student. She is patient and courageous, and let's see here. She was willing to help people in ASL that didn't have a lot of understanding with it, patient to listen to them and make sure that they understand the class comprehension well. I really appreciate that because a lot of students aren't patient with other students. Addison has a number of strengths that she could offer a future school, career, or family. She's always interested in helping others. For example, there were several students that had no experience with ASL, and she sat down with them and helped to guide them to communicate correctly, and that was a great thing to see happen. She's also a very fast learner. She is sensitive and aware of her surroundings and has proven patient when waiting for other students to respond. She exemplifies strong leadership qualities, and I know that she endeavors to do her very best for her every day, and I'm proud of that. In conclusion, I am greatly honored to be able to talk about Addison Baroni, and I believe that her past attitude and behavior is any indication of what her future will be. She truly deserves to be honored as a senior this year. Congratulations. I believe in you.
I get to talk about Zoe Burns, who walked into my classroom as a freshman. In fact, she probably bounced into my classroom, truthfully. Bouncing and playing and cheerful and just boundfully full of enthusiasm and energy, and sometimes a little blindsided by what high school expected of her. And she has become this college student, first of all. She's most of the way to being a college sophomore already, who is all of those things sometimes, but is also still an amazing role model for people around her. She builds herself into the student that other people wish to be, and she does it without telegraphing loudly that she's doing the work, but she does all the work. In fact, her stubbornness and her drive to excel are phenomenal. But the thing that I think is most amazing, Miss Zoe, is the part where when you look around and you don't see a light, you just do the work and become one. And I think that's going to be what gives you an amazing future, and I think that's going to be what we are going to be so proud of you for, is the light that you are becoming for other people as you move forward. Congratulations and good luck.
I was pleasantly surprised to hear that Monica Chavez had asked me to speak on her behalf during the honor grad ceremony. To tell you the truth, I have not seen or heard much from her since she was in my English class and playing on the tennis team during her sophomore year, but I know exactly why she made it here tonight. Monica Chavez is one of the most focused young people that I've ever met. T.S. Eliot famously wrote that we are all distracted from distraction by distraction. And there were plenty of distractions waiting for Monica when she walked into my sophomore English class. I remember even now how wild and disruptive some of her classmates were. In fact, Monica probably owes them a debt of gratitude because I suspect that she started taking advanced classes to escape their shenanigans. Somehow, Monica was able not only to focus on her lessons, but also to turn in work that showed impressive attention to detail. Because Monica excelled in my class, I was caught off guard when the ESL coordinator asked how well she was assimilating. Monica? She was my top student in college prep English, and she spoke another language fluently. How focused she must have been to listen to the lessons, communicate with others, and write essays at a level higher than many of those who were born with the benefit of English as their first language. But Monica's biggest distraction has always been her own standards of excellence. I first saw it on the tennis court, where she put extra pressure on herself to win. Then, towards the end of her sophomore year, Monica struggled to finish her final project on time because she wanted it to be perfect. Her paper was amazing, of course, but only Monica knows how many extra hours she put into that research paper. In fact, I can only imagine how hard Monica Chavez has worked to remain focused throughout her career at Central Valley High School. She stayed steadfast while many around her were faltering. She conquered a second language and became bilingual. She learned to push through the debilitating effects of perfectionism. The fact that we are here celebrating you, Monica, as one of the honor grads, the best of the best here at Central Valley High School, is a testament to the dedication you have shown on your 4-year journey with us. My prayer is that you take a moment to enjoy this accomplishment and feel the sense of peace that comes from knowing that you have done your best before you focus on the new, grander goals that I know you have set for your future. Good luck.
Right from the get-go, Damon was a pleasure to have in class, so much so that when COVID hit, I felt cheated. I was denied the chance to teach and interact with such an awesome student. I have only ever had good times with Damon in all the years that I've known him. His presence in my class was inspiring because he's so smart and engaged as a student, but brings a real unique levity to class discussions and interactions. Speaking of being a student, Damon was a ton of fun to have in class. I'm biased because I love history, but it's so cool when a kid generally is interested in the topic you love. He is a natural in social science. Damon is skilled at articulating his point, which is important not only in history, but in all subjects kids take in school and in life. He is a strong writer and dedicated to learning. At one point, Damon was planning on traveling to Europe with me and another group of students. This plan fell through, which I was sad about, but it shows how much I trust and enjoy his company, because if I didn't, I would never have let him sign up for the trip. I will miss our history talks, but I know that Damon has a bright future ahead of him.
Hi there, my name is Maggie Boucher, and I am honored to speak on behalf of Jordan Irvin. I met Jordan her sophomore year in high school for our Math 2 honors course, and right away I was so impressed with her tireless work ethic and her creative approaches to problem solving. She would always come in with a new approach and a different technique than I had ever thought of, and I think at such a young age that's really impressive. That year was really hard because it was cut short due to the onset of COVID, and Jordan really showed me what it was like to be a resilient person. She continued to check in even though many others had given up and decided to have an extended summer. She was always communicating with me, and she was very pleasant on our Google Meets and through email communication. You know, she's just one of those people that you enjoy being around, and she kind of brightens up everyone around her. So Jordan, I am so proud of you, and I very much look forward to your future. So good luck, and I will miss you.
When Alex came into my classroom as a freshman, he had never played an instrument and was only intending on being in music for 1 year. 4 years later, he's a masterful sax player, a blossoming violist and bassist, and an all-around indispensable musician and character. The speed with which he learned new skills, the eagerness with which he took on unfamiliar challenges, these are a testament to his character as an intellectual and academic, not to be deterred by setbacks and unanswered questions. This character of his carries over to his other academic pursuits as well as sports, and I am positive that it will continue to serve him well in his life outside of high school. Good luck, Alex, but I don't think you'll need it.
When I met Adam Little Varga as a freshman, the things I didn't know about what Adam would become were amazing. It took like 5 seconds for Adam to show me exactly what kind of leader he was. And it was subtle at first. It was surprisingly subtle, because it would be something like, oh, hey, I did mine early. Did you want to look at it? Oh, yeah, you can use it as an example. And then suddenly, here we are senior year, and there's Adam as an academic tutor in my class, researching for my students and helping them learn how to research, like a college student. Helping my students with their writing, like a college writing tutor. And reading books and bringing books and sharing books and recommending books in a way that absolutely belies the fact that, to my sadness, he's headed for a math and econ major, but to our benefit, he will use that math and econ major to change the world. And Adam, I cannot wait to see what you do next, and I cannot see the future, but I predict the changes you give the world and the changes you bring to us as a society are going to be amazing. Please keep me posted. I cannot wait for this story to unfold.
I became a teacher so I could get to know amazing young people and share my love of history with them. Maddie is a student who has fulfilled my dreams as a teacher. First of all, I love Maddie as a person. She is quiet, but with like a dry sense of humor that cracks me up. I have never heard her complain once, even as her class had to navigate history 2 while descending into COVID mayhem. No whining, no negativity, which is so refreshing as a teacher. She is sweet, kind, and helpful. Maddie is mature. Couple her amazing personality with how smart she is, and you have an unstoppable young woman, what Maddie is. Hey. Speaking of how smart Maddie is, she was amazing to have in class. She is a dedicated student who I could always count on to provide outstanding work and insightful comments. She takes schoolwork seriously and works so hard. Maddie was an awesome academic tutor. She tried her best and helped me immensely. It put me in a better mood just knowing that Maddie was in there with me with those beasts. She helped me so much. Maddie is always willing to help other students and continually exemplifies what it means to be a good person. She has been a valuable member of Link Crew because of her caring nature. Maddie might be quiet, however, beneath that reserved exterior is a young woman who can fervently defend her ideals and has a vision for her future. She is a young woman who has a keen understanding of the injustices in our world, and I have no doubt that she will work to offset those. Over the years, I've watched her mature into an informed, inquisitive young adult. Maddie makes me so proud, and I cannot wait to see how she will change our society for the better.
Angel, I am so unbelievably proud of you. I feel like it was yesterday that you came to register for high school, and you told me about your plans of graduating with your AA degree in business before you graduated high school. We counselors hear that all the time. And so it's normally like, okay, all right, that sounds great. This is what you need to do. It took me about a year or two to realize you were actually going to do it. You were a 14-year-old little baby face in an introduction to business class, and you just kept on going and going and going. And you did it. You're the first. You're the first that I've ever seen do that. And the qualities that it took you to do that, the ambition, first of all, the desire, the confidence, the follow through, the perseverance, everything that it took you to be able to graduate with your AA degree before you graduated high school is exactly what you're going to need in the field of business. There are no words for what you are going to be capable of because sky's the limit for you. And I just want you to know how incredibly proud I am of you. And I can't wait to see what you do with this next step. And it was truly an honor to get to be there to help you go through that process of that small little process of your life of getting to where you're headed. Congratulations.
Hello, this is Miss Gibson, and I have the honor of introducing one of your honor graduates, Trinity Mathis. I knew Trinity her freshman and sophomore year through subbing for other classes and campus activities, but it wasn't until her junior year that she was actually enrolled in my ag chemistry class. And I remember on the first day of school, I double checked with her. I said, Trinity, are you sure you are trying to be enrolled in ag chemistry? And she said, yeah, no, I wanted to be here. And I'm so glad she did. Within months, I had her roped into taking a Market Lambda fair. I had her roped into being our greenhouse manager. I had her on different events and committees, and she's been doing great the past 2 years. She is again serving as our greenhouse manager and taking a market hog to fair this year. She is currently the Central Valley FFA Vice President, and she is very hardworking, very dedicated, and anything she puts her mind to, she definitely succeeds at. Trinity, I'm so excited you're staying close to home so I can put you to work over the next few years, and I'm very excited to see where you go in your agricultural career.
Hi, I'm Jeff FREMO, the Food Service Careers Instructor here at Central Valley, and I'm really honored today because Jason Rice has asked me to speak for him, and I'm honored and proud to do that. Jason has been an awesome student in my class this year. He's helped out so much. Every year there's a student who I don't know who it's going to be, but every year there's a student who steps up and just does that extra work and really makes my world better. And Jason, thank you. That was you this year. I can't tell you how much I appreciate all the help you gave me at the end of the day. Jason is an awesome student. I talked to Miss Mann. He is one of the top students in the advanced calculus class. He's getting A's in all of his classes. Jason has great character and gets along well. He works hard. And Jason, I'm really proud of you talking the other day about your plans for college. You got those scholarships. You've got a plan to work through a program. You seem to know what you're gonna do. So congratulations to you for being focused. And I'm really proud of you. And Jason's a great student, and you know where we live, so you stay in touch. Good job, Jason.
Hello, my name is Miss Gibson, and I have the pleasure of introducing one of your honor graduates, Ramey Rogers. I have spent the past 3 years with Ramey in my agriculture classes and FFA program, and immediately she stood out to me as one of my top involved members. I first had her sophomore year in ag biology, and I do think it took a few days for her to get accustomed to my corny jokes and get her to laugh at my humor. But as soon as I turned her into the dark side, she was immediately mine and has stood out ever since. She's gone above and beyond for our Central Valley FFA chapter, and she is currently serving as your Central Valley FFA president with no prior knowledge on serving as an officer, which is just outstanding and very exceptional for a student to do. Ramey, thank you so much for all of your hard work and dedication over the past 3 years at the farm, on our officer team, at events, at conferences, and conventions. I know this year has not been easy on any of us, but I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud of all the hard work you've done, and I'm very excited to see how Wyoming goes, and I know you're going to do great.
Hi, my name is Miss Lauer, and I am speaking on behalf of Josh Say-Chin. I've had the pleasure of knowing Josh for 3 years now. I had him as a sophomore in engineering and then a junior in honors chemistry, and then he was my aide for the first half of the year for physics. And we all really miss him. We wish that he would come back and help us. When I had Josh as a sophomore, it was my first year teaching engineering, and he was a model student. He was quiet, he was on task, and that was really, really nice in a classroom full of rambunctious freshmen. Josh was really good at problem solving, and he worked really well with others. I also appreciated that he would help out other students who were struggling in class, and he did a great job of keeping them on task. And he would peer teach concepts to students who were struggling with things. So that was really nice to have him in there. He was a student, but he also helped out a lot of other students, which was awesome. I saw Josh really come out of his shell in honors chemistry last year, probably because he had a lot of his friends in that class. He is a really bright student. He's very witty and very funny once he opens up and you hear all of his jokes. He also always scored very well on assignments and quizzes. Just don't ask him to do any extra credit because that is not his thing and he will not do it. But he doesn't need it, luckily. He's bright enough to earn A's without needing any extra credit. As an aide in honors physics, I love that I could count on him to grade all my papers and kind of do all my busy work for me. And also he would double check my work, which is really nice when you're a teacher that has many preps. So it was really, really great to have a bright student in there to help me. Again, we miss him. So that's it. Thank you, Josh, for letting me brag about you for a couple minutes. I'm really proud of you and I'm very excited for your future.
I'm here to talk about Caitlin Saparn, who is literally one of the most successful students I've seen in 25 years of teaching. She has battled her way through the fog of the pandemic and kept her eyes focused and kept herself on track for a college career that she's already well on her way into, and that's where the light's going to come from. Caitlin, I know that there have been minutes where it has felt like it just keeps slogging onward, and you have done amazing things in those minutes. You have kept your eyes focused on it. And I know that the bright and dazzling future you're headed for is going to be phenomenal. I can't wait to get a postcard and know more about it. We know that the work you've done here has prepared you immensely for the work you're going to face as a college student, and we know you can, and we know you will. Good luck.
It's been my pleasure to know Nick for 4 years and to watch him develop from a goofy, exuberant freshman to a responsible, dignified young man. He has always been reliable, a steadfast and integral member of the music department, and this year, it was my pleasure to see him step up into a leadership role. He sets a model of conduct for those who come after him, a prime example of what it means to be a conscientious musician. And I have seen him develop courage over the past several years in an inspiring way, since for Nick, I know the question is confidence, and to Nick, I say the answer is believe in yourself, because the rest of us already believe in you.
What can I say about Araya? She's one of the sweetest, kindest, most wonderful students that I've ever had. When she comes into my room, she's like a little ray of sunshine. She works tirelessly, like she cannot be outworked, and because of that, she's become one of the strongest math students at our school. She is so sweet and patient and kind and works with everyone so well, but don't let her fool you. She's a little math powerhouse and she can compete with anyone. When speaking with our other teachers, they pretty much reiterated the same thing that I know. She's responsible, reliable, organized. She's always on time. When you need something done and you need it done right, Araya is the person that you would look to. So I want to say congratulations to you, Araya. You're wonderful. You deserve this great honor. You've worked so hard for it, and just continue doing what you're doing in life and being, in college and beyond, because I'm so excited to see all of the great and wonderful things that you have in store for you. I'm proud of you, and you're just a beautiful person inside and out.
Paging Dr. Walzak. Dr. Walzak, are you available? I'm just kidding. Jaden is going to be the best doctor in the world. In fact, I hope that she comes back to be my doctor someday. So I'm Jaden's school counselor, and I met her 4 years ago, and I've got to say she is just the old soul type of person, such a great heart. And the thing that I love the most about Jaden is that she is obviously an honor graduate. She's going to UC San Diego. She's going to be a doctor. She got McConnell. Like, she is just so successful. And she's also humble. And I see her with her peers, people that are on a different path. And she's so just kind and accepting. And I think the world needs more of that. And so I just want to tell you how proud I am of you, Jaden. You are so deserving of everything that life has to offer, and I look forward to you hopefully coming back here someday.